cutting to the chase, we all know by now that your thoughts create your reality because your beliefs are the foundation for your life, and your being is really what attracts all the things that you want into your reality. And so how you begin to really change your reality is by changing your being. Well, how do you do that if you have layers and layers and layers and layers of trauma? How do you do that when you've experienced physical, emotional, spiritual trauma? There's a couple different routes, and I'm going to tell you the easiest one after we go through just 2 seconds, so stick with me. Of course, we can spend years in therapy. We can spend years in therapy doing all different types of work, talking it out, realizing, analyzing. This is what we're so good at, right? As spiritual people, we're so good at analyzing everything to a point where we start to not just analyze ourselves, but analyze everybody around us. And they're acting like this because this happened and then that happened. And then you start just getting all in your head. You forget to be in your body. And then you're looking around and you're wondering why all the things that you're trying to manifest aren't actually working. One of the easiest shortcuts to all of this, and I'm going to try to keep this video as short as humanly possible. One of the easiest shortcuts to being in a state of feeling like you're worthy, of feeling like you're deserving, of feeling like you are more than enough. One of the easiest shortcuts to that is by getting really angry. Now, I'm a child of Ogun. For you guys who don't know, Ogun is a warrior spirit of Ifa. Ogun represents not just creation, but also destruction. And so I get a lot of you guys ask about my tattoos a lot. And it's really my Ogun armor. It represents my energy. As a child of Ogun, I'm somebody who works with alchemy a lot. What Ogun teaches us is to embrace the different dense emotions and the shadows. And he teaches us that the darkness that we may feel does not have to just be used for destruction. It can be used as a road opener, as a way shower, as a clearer, as a bringer of blessings. And so when we realize that we're stuck at this space of trying to feel like we're enough and trying to convince ourselves that we're enough, and we feel like we just can't move forward because this feeling keeps coming up for us, you have to really start getting angry. And what I mean by this is, first of all, you can begin with tracing back. Okay, when is the first time that I felt this way? When you really get deep into the first time that your body remembers that feeling of never feeling like you were good enough, the first time that your body remembers that feeling of feeling like everyone is going to reject you, or that, you know, you have to be perfect, or whatever the case is, the first time your body remembers this feeling, it holds a specific imprint in your literal auric field. And when you start to remember those memories and you start to realize that it had nothing to do with you, it had something to do with your family, or had something to do with your parents or your caregivers or whatever the case is, or society, then what you can start to do is really get extremely angry about it. Because in the head, you know that you are deserving. In the head, you know you are worthy, but your body doesn't know it. Your being doesn't know it. And the quickest way to open your roads extremely, extremely fast is by violently claiming now that you've always been enough. You've always been worth it. Put that in the comments right now. I've always been enough. I've always been worth it. This memory that has created this imprint within myself, within my body, within my psyche, within my literal physical field. This memory, this situation, this person had nothing to do with me. It had nothing to do with me. It had everything to do with whatever feelings they were trying to literally force me to feel. And because I was a child, or because of whatever trauma that happened, I said yes because there was no other answer. There was no other way. I said yes. But I'm not saying yes anymore. I want you to start to build on this. I know I'm deserving because of all the things that I've been through to get to this point. I know that I'm deserving because of all the shit that I have had to carry on my back, all the challenges, all the trauma. I know that I'm deserving because of the trauma. I know that I'm deserving because of what I've been through. Because of where I'm at right now and how I'm about to break through it, I know that just this breakthrough enough is proof enough to myself that I am more than deserving of the things that I desire. You start to get this energy welling up within you. How dare I? How dare I look at myself and even think to utter the words, maybe I'm not good enough for this? How dare I silence myself? How dare I tell myself that I can't do it, that I can't be it? How dare I? How dare those situations in the past try to tell me and teach me to make myself small, to make myself invisible, to silence my voice? How dare these people in the past do this? And instead of directing this energy to the people in the past, instead of directing the energy to the trauma, direct it to your future and start to violently move forward. Ogun carries a machete to open our way, to carve out an open way, to carve out a path for Ire, to carve out a path for blessings. But if that heat, that high energy, that intensity was never felt by Ogun, then Ogun wouldn't even have the energy enough to lift a finger to move the machete. And when you see, when you turn that energy on its side and you realize where all this bullshit is coming from, and you realize that it had nothing to do with you, and you start to allow yourself to get angry about it, now we're talking, right? Now we have the flame. Now we have the fuel. Now we have what we need to push ourselves forward. I don't care how tired you are. I don't care whatever excuses that you have right now and why you tell yourself you can't do it. We're all looking around for a change. We're all looking around for something to magically happen in our government, in our society. We want peace. We want justice. We need to move with the anger that we feel and create these things that we see. Ogun is not just the warrior. Ogun is the creator of civilization, of technology. And so this anger of passion, this energy of passion, this energy of anger, it is to be used as fuel to push yourself forward. And every time you hear this voice in your head telling you that for some reason you're not enough, or it can't be you, or it can't be here, or whatever the case is, I want you to look at that voice and say, I'm going to violently move forward because I hear you. Because I know that the reason why I hear you is because of this bullshit that has happened to me in the past. You didn't deserve that. But we need to stop resting and freeze. You've been looking for rest and doing nothing, when in reality, your rest, the exhale that you've been looking for, you can find it, and you are going to find it in creating, in being, in deciding to violently move forward, in deciding to violently claim what is for you. We don't have to give our minds 10,000 reasons why we deserve what we really deserve. Start to look at that voice that tells you that you have to find a reason why you're more than enough. Start to question it. Start to get a little angry at it. Start to get a little angry at the fact that you even feel this, that you even hold this. Start looking around and asking yourself, how can I violently move towards the antithesis of perfection? How can I violently move towards my future and claim it with such audacity that it has no choice but to claim me back? How can I violently move towards what I know is for me? And everything is for you. It's your choice, though, what you decide to allow yourself to experience. It's your choice. And so begin to invert that energy of not enoughness into an energy of passion, and get really fucking angry about the shit that you've been through. And don't use that anger to smite someone else. Use that anger to push you forward. Use that anger to be the reason why. Use that anger as a space of inspiration. Allow it to be the fuel. Allow it to be the road opener. The road opener to erase, to blessings. This energy of authenticity is the energy of truth. And the truth is you did not deserve that. But what are you going to do now? Are you going to violently claim the path that you know is for you? Are you going to violently claim your blessings? That means we overly claim these things. I know this is for me. I know this is for me. When you become intimate enough with the journey, then you don't see, there's no such thing as failure. When you become intimate enough with the journey, you see failure as just another part of the path. And you stop allowing it to stop you. You start allowing yourself to be intimate with the person that you're becoming on the journey of becoming your desire. Not just claiming it, become your desire. I think it's time to get really angry, and I think it's time to really claim the path that you know is for you. I think it's time to really claim your creation. You can sit here and you can wait over and over and over again for something outside of you to give you permission, or you can use the anger to give you the audacity. I'll see you in Ogun energy. Adabo.